up, you guys? It is Mary.
And Alma.
We invite you guys to like,
subscribe,
share,
and comment
down below. Because today we are going to be talking about a specific clip that we saw in the the season 17 episode 14 preview that was put on Entertainment Tonight that we saw, and it was really about them sitting down there talking about how they wanted to all go to a neutral place so that he could see his kids. Yeah. But you want to talk about something specifically that bothered you, because we did kind of talk about this in the other video when we were talking about. I know you're not talking about betrayal. I'll link that here for you guys to go check out. Yeah. But you wanted to talk about how you felt like he was bullying the women.
You know what I felt was, and it struck me as violent, when he gets up and he's talking to Janelle about
and around this fire pit.
Yeah, and he was saying, you know, so you're the one who told them that I have to apologize.
So
that
you
they
told them that they have to apologize
to me.
And she's like, yes, I did, because that's what you basically said.
And he gets up, he goes to the log, rips, and throws it in the fire thing. And then he sits back down, and he's like, like people are like blaming him, and he's telling
this is
Mary,
a betrayal.
And why does this feel like a betrayal? Is it just me? Is it just me? And he gets up and he walks like in the center of the wives, takes this turn toward
he's between Janelle and Robin.
Janelle goes to go get some more logs and comes in.
And then he says that I'm not going to be carrying this shit on my back. Like, you guys need to give your opinion. And then she's like, what do you want us to give an opinion about? Because really it was about Janelle and Kody figuring stuff out. I know. Really, it didn't warrant their opinion.
Draw us in.
Yes. And Robin was like, what do you want us to say?
Exactly.
He's like, well, I mean, am I crazy? Like, let me know. As he's there kind of behind her.
Raging animal. Like the way he was getting up. First, he went to the side of Janelle. Then he gets up and goes in the center of them. I just had a problem with it as a woman. The way he was, I felt he was bullying. I felt it was subtle, but it was still violent. Yeah. That's how I felt. I don't know how you all felt. Yeah. And even the way Janelle was sitting as he was getting up and going behind her. Yes. Yeah. She had to be on guard physically. That's how it looked. Yeah. If you watch Janelle as he's doing that, she tenses up. Yeah. As he comes in behind her.
She even stopped and waited until he gave her his full attention.
Yeah.
Because she was just watching him.
It was like an odd thing. And I think that's where it's like, I'm not putting up with this. Yeah. And she said so in the confession, like, I'm not going to put up with you kind of like raging at me. Now, we don't hear him raging like that in that moment. But you are feeling you are feeling it. And then he is standing up. They're sitting down. And you're having this rage about you. I just did not feel safe physically in that moment, and I'm not even there.
But that's why she got up and walked away. Because remember, he was like, God, like
he hit that chair.
He hit that chair. He slammed his foot down, and then he was like this. He was throwing his head back. She said, "Oh, let me get my white butt up.
Where's my bag? Yes, let me get my white ass out of here.
Got to go.
I'm not doing this with you. Yeah, no. I'm not doing this.
Because it was violent. Because you're already kind of. It's kind of like a prey where you're trying to kind of scope stuff out. It's like a predator on the prey. You're kind of scoping them out. Yes. And the thing is, like, you're trying to pull Mary and Robin in when really it doesn't want them to say anything.
It was cowardly because you're a man. You are stronger than a woman physically. Yeah. And you need to be able to control your physical state when you're around women. But also, he did not. I had a problem with that. I don't know if I'm making a big deal out of it, let me know.
I don't think so at all. Because remember, also, he threatened her. Because remember when Janelle actually got up and walked away, he was like, Janelle, this is not the type of conversation that you walk away from.
Well,
remember he said that?
Well, then watch.
Because she walked away. Remember when he was saying that?
Yes,
I it was like he threatened her. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like you're saying all these things. Yeah. And do I think he probably would have gotten up and hit them? I doubt it.
No, I don't.
But I feel like he was trying to intimidate them with his presence and then what he was saying. Because I feel like he was very angry that it was like it's like he wanted validation. in his stupidity.
Yeah.
Like, he was trying to be so delusional.
Yeah.
Like, the thing is, she's
That's
trying
the
to
word.
let you see your kids in a neutral space.
Yes.
You can't see anything else. All you see is that she has betrayed me.
Yeah.
She's hanging out with Christine again.
Yes.
Even though this is for you guys to see your kids, you have seen it. Oh, she has betrayed me. She's not being a loyal wife. She's not being a lapdog.
And in a way, she's being like a mediator, which is what really the wife should be.
He doesn't want a mediator. He wants everybody to ostracize Christine, where she has raised all your baby kids.
Yeah.
You can't ostracize her,
No,
Kody. You can't. It's not possible.
Too much of an integral part. You cannot. You can't yank her away, even if you try.
The quicker you learn that, the better it will be for your relationships.
Yeah.
But I did feel like it was very violent. It was kind of threatening.
It was,
and I felt like it was definitely emotional abuse. I felt because the thing is,
that's
you're walking behind them. You had just got up. You had just told them.
got up and went this way.
But you just
that
told
didn't work.
Mary.
So now you got up again.
Yeah.
And bring yourself in the center of them. Then turn around and go behind her now.
But that's what he had to do.
Like, don't you? Is it just me? I mean, is it a betrayal? Like, I was just like, what are you doing? Like, you're on and remember
because he had just told Mary and Robin to help me.
Yes.
Then he goes walk next to Janelle. Let me go stand next to Robin so she understands me clearly.
What to do?
You better stand the hell up and talk for me, lady.
Yeah,
that's what it felt like.
And then remember when he got in Janelle's face? We have not been in a relationship. Remember it at the dinner?
She was like, if the roles were reversed, would you do this for me?
Yeah.
And he said, we have not been in a relationship, lady, for years. You see, because it got all in her face.
Like, you're
because
getting
you
in my
forward.
space. You're doing this. It's almost like, this is what it is.
Janelle was
he has been wanting to do this whole patriarchy. All of a sudden now, you want to run things and be the big dog and all this stuff. You've never done this before. Now you want to do it. Like Janelle said, I did not sign up for this. So he is trying to intimidate them, threaten them with his presence. Yes, he has not hit them yet. Because it starts from this. Someone doesn't just get up and hit you.
Listen, if he was drinking, it would have been happening.
There are little trickles. It starts with a little trickle.
Yeah.
You know, and like Janelle, it's like, I am not, like we have seen Kody through the years. So we're looking at him and saying, you know, oh, I don't ever see him doing something like that, right?
Yeah.
And I don't think when someone starts hitting you, most people will say, I never saw that, him being this kind of person. But if you go back and you think about what they have been doing prior, you see the little trickles that they lead up to it.
Yeah.
You know, they kind of begin to prime you for it.
Yeah.
You know, okay, I get in your space. I get in your face. You know, because what was the point of you getting in her face? You're putting
feelers out there. And men always do that to women, no matter who he is. They put feelers out there to see what they can get away with.
It's almost like, if they're not going to listen to me now, I'm going to now intimidate them with my presence. Maybe my physical presence will intimidate them. These women, like you said, they are strong women. They're not going to go for that. None of them. Mary's not going for that. Even though she a lapdog, she will not. If Kody starts getting like this and staying in this physical thing that he's doing, none of them are going to put up with it. No woman. They're not. They're going to be able to tell the difference. They'll be like, oh, okay, this is some craziness. And that's why Janelle walked away, because he was building up to it.
Yeah.
He was intimidating her.
Yeah.
And then as soon as he hit that chair, she
said, I'm out here. But one point that I wanted to make was, you're doing this whole patriarchy thing now, but I feel like when he first came out, he had this whole thing, because when we think of polygamy, we automatically think this one man gets to have these multiple women.
Right.
It's like he has this God complex. Mm-hmm. All these women are there and they have to depend on him completely.
Yeah.
I think we all kind of feel like, we kind of think of polygamy almost as a sexist thing. Mm-hmm. Because if you say, oh, a woman has multiple husbands, you're like, oh, hell no, what is that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I feel like we kind of all felt like it was a little bit sexist, a little bit, when we think of polygamy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But what I think we loved about the Brown family at the beginning is that he said, these women, they're all independent. Anything, they tell me what to do, and they don't listen to me. Exactly. If anything, I'm having to kowtow to them and stuff like that. And we saw the independence, and we loved that.
Absolutely.
And now it's like you want to be patriarchal when that's not the case. And the thing is, they've had to want to be independent because, one, your ass was broke. You couldn't afford multiple wives. So they all had to work. Yeah. Let's start there. Yeah. Second of all, you're not a leader. For real. Yeah. So, of course, you had Janelle, who's like, you're broke.
Yeah, and she has
to help you figure things out financially. And then you have Christine.
To have more leadership in that finances than
he does. And then
you had Christine, who was a leader in the home.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
More and then you were.
Yes, and then of course you had Mary, who was there for you or whatever. I don't know what leader.
She was a listener for you.
Yes. So my thing is, you had these women. They had to be independent because they're in polygamy. They don't have a man who's there for them 24/7.
Yes.
So the thing is, we love that about the family, and now you're here trying to snatch that away from them. And I guess because you have this relationship with Robin, where she makes you feel like the man, you're like, oh, let me forget everything that I've been doing with this family for years, and let me go with this whole thing with Robin because you think it works. It works for now. For now. But the reason why she even came into the family because she loved what you guys were doing.
Exactly.
Even though she selfishly wanted things for herself.
She got
but I feel like, Kody, you can't sit down here and say that, oh, every single wife needs to assimilate to how me and Robin's relationship is. That's not how it works with them before. You have functioning relationships with them before.
To work now. You are trying. No.
The thing is, they are all women who have kind of come into their prime. They're older women. They kind of have come into their own. They have their own anatomy. Mm-hmm. You can't sit down here and say, oh, Robin is perfect. She makes me feel like a man. She does this for me. She does that for me. And I am in charge. You're sitting, obviously it doesn't work because you can't really depend on Robin. You're here telling Janelle that she has to help you heal and she has to be a strong enough woman for that. Would he ever go and ask Robin to help him heal? He ain't doing that shit because he's the man in that relationship. But you want to ask masculine Janelle to come and be a woman. Lay on my bosom, honey, and let me help you heal through this divorce. What you smoking? What are you snorting in the morning? Like, that's not going to happen. And now you want to do this whole patriarchy thing?
Remember,
you need help.
What it reminds me of Love and Hip Hop, Rashida and Kirk. After he
don't even get me started with that.
Goes around cheating on her and all this craziness. Then he comes to let her know, are you woman enough? You know, you ain't even woman enough. Like, I guess what? To take my abuse? Or
after you have been in the hot tub with two women having threesomes and I'm pregnant carrying your child?
Or you're not woman enough to hold me down with working and what? Like,
after you told me to abort the child and then you're here in the hot tub.
Like, and then she was explaining, I am woman enough. Like, I hold you down and I hold the businesses down and whatever. Just stop. This whole woman enough.
He says just stop.
This whole woman enough and stuff like that. Just miss me with that. Because when women actually stand in their own and are independent and know what they want, you know, I feel those men who are playing at manhood, they can't hang.
I don't think men really want women to help them do anything. I think men actually want to feel like men. And I don't think you really get appreciation when you're helping a man do something major in his life. No. Whether it be finances or helping him heal through a divorce.
You really don't.
So, I mean, look at Mary. She's done everything for this man. Really She's laid down and taken abuse for years. She don't even get weenie. It's been a decade plus. She don't even get weenie. A man who loves sex, which I'm sure he does he even give a woman weenie?
No.
The basic.
Well, that's how he punishes.
That's how you know.
That's how he them.
Mary not getting nothing. This man don't even call and say, "Hey, bruh, just check to see you alive." And hey, she don't even get that. So why would you help him heal? Why? Because she's plus size and you think she's fluffy enough to help you through this?
I know. People always like the fat women to come help them.
Yes, to help them.
I don't know. What
you can bear the burden.
It's that teddy bear thing. Like, maybe she's cushy enough.
She's cushy enough. I mean, that's how I always feel about men that. I always feel like a man that has a little bit of like meat on him. I'm like, oh, he's nice and cushiony. I could, lay on his shoulder. He's like a teddy bear. That's what I always think when I see fluffy men. I don't know why. Not that I'm imagining to be with a fluffy man or anything, but that's what I think. I think fluffy. I think cushiony.
You know what it is? I think
I automatically think teddy bear.
It also come from like the Oprah thing.
Yes,
Oprah, when she started her show and was talking to people, she was overweight, right?
Yeah.
And people, I guess, maybe equate that with they'll be there for me.
I don't know what it is.
I don't know what it is. But, well, I think that's what it is. I think that's what
but you were telling me that people at your job always used to come to you and ask you for advice and will lean on your shoulder and stuff. But also Ayanla. Remember Ayanla Van Zant Fix My Life?
Yeah.
She will always say, come, because she had these huge breasts, and then people would just come. She said, just come lay on my, well, it should be me, because I don't have breasts. She will always say, come lay on my chest. Breast, right. Like, you just need to lay on a woman's bosom. Yeah. She will always do that to the men especially.
So I guess,
I think that's what it is.
That, and he needs Janelle, but at this point...
But you forgot that she's a man up here.
Yeah.
You should have gone to Mary. Yeah. But you don't even want to look at her, let alone acknowledge that she exists, so you won't go there.
That's why Mary is totally checked out. But
she has crossed legs, she has popped her pill, and drunk her wine. She's like, okay.
Yeah. The way he went and stood next to Robbie, you're right about that. It was as if he was by way of, position. You need to be my soldier now. Yeah. And speak on my behalf.
But that's what Robin did, though. That's why she's in this position. Because she did that when she called Christina a liar. When she's talking about, you're lying. You guys had a good relationship. You're not going to sit here and lie and say, we're the only ones that had a good relationship. That's what you're feeling guilty about, boo-boo.
Yeah, and Robin was confused. Like, well, okay, what do you want me to say? Because she seemed reluctant to be drawn in. And maybe because she's dealing with her own pain.
Well, no, she's dealing with Janelle. And Janelle doesn't play that shit. Oh. Christine was already at peace. And she was leaving. So she was like, y'all say whatever, I'm out.
Maybe that's what it is. She's a little intimidated by Janelle. Like,
Janelle was not going to take that. Oh, you want to gang up on me? And the thing is, Janelle has proven that she's going to stand up for what she wants to stand up for. Yeah. So Robin really can't play that game with her. Christine, not that Christine's a pushover by any means, but she was already checked out mentally. So whatever you said wasn't going to affect her. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's what I felt about it. But I felt like he was definitely trying to bully them and push them into saying something.
And I didn't like it.
But that's what he's been doing to Mary behind the scenes for years. Yeah. That's how she even ended up divorcing him.
Yeah, I'm
sure he does
this is not the first time he's doing stuff like this.
And then you want to be kicking your feet and hitting chairs.
I know, now you're hitting chairs.
You are high on some serious drugs. If you think I'm going to sit here while you throw a temper tantrum, you got the wrong chick.
Yeah, I had to watch that a couple of times because I heard the sound, but I didn't know what he had hit. I didn't know if he had thrown
like
something.
This, like his
but then
foot slammed down.
First I thought he hit his foot.
I think he hit the back of the house.
He threw something on the floor, but he actually hit the arm of his chair rest. Yeah. And I said, oh,
he either did that or he hit the house.
Yeah.
So I heard a loud thud.
Yeah, it was so loud. I was just like, and Janelle was just like, okay.
Yeah.
First you come behind me, you're pacing like some lion, raging, yelling, standing up, cursing. Oh, I've got to go.
I've got to get the hell out of dog. And I'm sure that's what she said. Yeah, this ain't gonna work. Yeah. I mean, what are you there for? You have Robin there you don't like. You have Mary there you don't like. You have a man who's never there. Yeah. Girl, Janelle was evaluating if she should stay when she was having that sit down. Yeah. So now, she said, if we work it out, we work it out. If we don't, we don't. And like you said, it was quite chilly when she said that.
It was like when it was cold when she was like, if we work it out, fine. If we don't, we don't.
She probably gonna move. Janelle and Christine need a spinoff.
And she said, I'm not going to put up with someone raging at me. Yeah. Like, you're not talking to me any kind of way. You already did the one time when we had our dinner. You were all up in my face, all up in my space. Here you are now with your soldiers or whatever. Yeah. Now, I guess it's going to be Janelle bashing. Oh, I don't think so. Now you're crashing your arm on things and making noise. You're grabbing the wood and throwing it into the fire and pulling it and like, what are you doing? So I just thought I found it cowardly. I just found it inappropriate.
Out of bounds.
And I noticed something that Robin has said when she said that he has to learn to behave appropriately with us. So it showed me that he has been inappropriate. This was very inappropriate. This whole thing that he did, very inappropriate.
Crossed a lot of lines.
So it made me think to myself, I wonder what he does behind closed door with Robin, that she said so. Yeah. She said so in the confessional. And that's what I'm thinking. Oh, well, that's where it is. So you guys get in the comment. Tell us what you thought about that whole standing.
Do
up
you think it
being
was
what
violence?
what
Do you
was
think that it was normal, or do you think that he's
was
crossing
justified?
lines?
Or is he
or do you think he's just
lines?
yeah, exactly. Let us know what y'all think, because maybe it's just us, but I mean we are very spiritual people, so we read energy, honey.
It's the
but
energy.
yeah, this the
that
energy.
energy, and then the way Janelle reacted to him.
She was like, "Got to go."
Him coming around here, and like it was kind of like, okay, what is he doing?
And she swiftly got up, like she wasted no time because she was the closest to him.
Exactly.
She said, "Yeah, I have to go
before you throw something and
at
say
me.
It was an accident."
Yeah,
I'm not doing this with you.
Yeah. So, but yeah, y'all.
And I feel as though maybe he's thinking, okay, I didn't get into Christine's face and all this stuff like this or whatever. Maybe I need to be showing my dominance physically with these ones now for them to understand who's in charge. Okay.
He's losing his mind.
Kody,
somebody said they're actually very worried about his mental health.
You need serious counseling, and he's going to have to start in the church. He has to start in the church that you are not going to. You don't have to go back there and talk to another man, not a woman. He does not need a female counselor. He needs a balanced.
He needs the
counselor.
church, but he also needs an actual physical
therapist.
He also needs an actual therapist to help him be self-aware.
Another one that he had before.
Yeah,
he
no.
needs someone else.
Because she ain't doing what she...
Well, because
I don't want to say she ain't doing her job, but he probably hasn't even been there in a long time.
And all this stuff.
Well, you need a therapist who will literally hold the mirror up and be like, look at yourself. You are the problem.
That's why he needs a man to do that. At this point, he hates women. So
yeah, I don't know why he keeps on having women therapists.
He's obsessed with women right now. So at this point, he needs a male psychologist.
Trying to buff his chest up and show, I'm the man.
And he also
I'm the man. I'm the man.
And then he also needs to go talk to Bishop. He needs to do both.
Somebody help this man. Anyway, y'all, it's Mary.
And
we invite you guys to like,
subscribe,
share,
and comment
down below. And we want to thank you all for watching today.
Yes.
Have a beautiful day.